Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching episode 5 of Vice Versa. I'm watching this episode a day late because it was way too hot in this room yesterday to be filming and it's still boiling hot today, but we move. I can't wait any longer. This episode is called Winter White, which is basically rubbing salt in the wound. Why couldn't it be sun yellow today or something, just so it fits the vibe? Or, you know, fire red so that my face will match the episode title. But no, it's winter today on one of the hottest days of the year. I am mad. Anyway, last episode, Puen and Talay kissed for the first time, and I'm intrigued to see the aftermath of that, how Talay will react specifically. I don't think they'll be boyfriends yet. Episode 5. There's no way. I think this will hopefully bring them closer. I feel like this has to be Puen's way of showing his true feelings towards Talay, and if Talay doesn't pick up on it from that, then I have no faith in this man. Last episode there was a lot of turmoil because Talay's feelings are growing for Puen, but he thinks that Puen was doing it all to help his screenwriting because that's what Puen was telling him. He said he thought they should enter into a relationship to help with the screenwriting, which was obviously just to cover his real feelings, but him putting it like that would make anyone skeptical and feel hurt by it. Like, if someone said to me, let's enter into a relationship for my writing, I'd be like, stabbed to the heart, especially as they're growing closer and closer by the day and they're in the same situation, you know, bonding over this weird life that they're in, and then that kind of makes you feel like you're being used. But Puen kissed him and said that he's not messing him around this time, so we'll see where they go from here. Okay, I'm sorry, I have had to grab a fan. It's so hot. To anyone watching that lives in an Asian country or a hot country, I salute you. I don't know how you make it through every day because the temperature here today is probably what a normal day is like in one of those countries like the Philippines or Thailand. I don't know how people can live in a hot climate. I am not made for this.
อีก1 นาทีคอมเมนต์บทพ่อเทสจะส่งมาแม่ง
Oh what? We're not carrying on from there.
มันมีวิธีหนึ่งที่เราจะพึ่งพิงได้เว้ยอธิษฐานโอ้จงผ่านจงปังจงสำเร็จ
That works. I'm gonna have to do that on a daily basis before I post every video.
มาแล้ว
What?
คอมเมนต์แรกเขาเลือกชื่อนี้ long distance relationship
โอ้ยสัตว์
That's a bit
แม่งหัวใจ
basic.
ไก่ไก่ใกล้ของกูยังเจ๋งกว่า
My
อีก
dear
เหี้ย
Nian Fa. I like that.
เอาไปใช้ออกกองได้เลยเว้ย
What? Oh my god. Oh, their friendship is so wholesome. I love it.
การที่กูได้จูบมึงไงช่วยให้กูเขียนบทได้ดีขึ้นเยอะเลย
Don't, no.
ทำเชี่ยอะไรเนี่ยทันไหนบอกไม่แกล้งไง
กูจูบเพราะกูรู้สึกอยากจูบจริง
Okay, saved. I was like, you're not about to use that as an excuse again.
ถ้ากูเป็นนางเอกอะแล้วโดนจูบทีเผลอแบบนั้นอะกูไม่เคิมหรอก
What a tease.
ๆมึงจะลองอีกทีปะล่ะ
I mean, Talay wasn't pulling away or anything.
พี่กูบอกว่าได้พุ่มกลับแล้ววะ
Things are moving fast. I like that though. Oh, those books you don't read, huh?
ไหนๆก็เคยอ่านมาแล้วมึงก็เลยอยากซื้ออ่านต่อให้จบแค่นั้นเอง
อ๋อ
Is it just me or is the colour grading so much paler this app? Like, I know it's white and that's probably why, but I don't know if I'm just seeing things because I know the episode's white, but I thought C normally had quite a dark skin tone, but this episode he looks pale as anything, so I don't know if it's because they've changed the lighting and colour grading to make it whiter.
อ๋อ
มันเป็นเรื่องเกี่ยวกับผู้ชายคนหนึ่งเว้ยที่อยากรู้อยากเห็นไปซะทุกเรื่องเลย
หมายถึงการ์ตูนหรือว่ากู
มึงไง
โอ้โหไอสัตว์
Is that my favourite Thai word?
ก็เห็นมึงชอบอะกูก็เลยอยากให้ความสำคัญ
Excuse me.
เดี๋ยวกูจ่ายเงินละ
He gets so nervous whenever he gets flirted with.
พี่ก๊อตจีบป่ะครับ
ไม่ใช่ค่ะ พี่คนที่ 3 แล้วนะคะที่ทักหนูอะค่ะ
Is this a GMMTV actress?
11 กันยา 2541
เกิดก่อนกูอีกวายแก่
โอ้โห
Really?
กูจะแก่กว่า
I did
มึง
not
สัก
expect
กี่
him
เดือน
to be the older
วะ
one.
ฮะอะไร
กูรู้นะว่ามึงจะหลอกถามกูอะ
What? You won't even tell me your birthday?
กูถามมึงตรงๆเลย มึงชื่ออะไร
อ่านปากกูนะ
Does he not want to tell him though because he wants him to like him as he is? Because he's, as an actor, he's probably met a lot of people who like him just because he's famous and whatever. Whereas here he gets to be someone that isn't himself. And so if he tells Talay his name and he recognises him as an actor in the other universe, he might see him differently. He might start, you know, acting like a fan. Whereas here he's getting to know him as himself, as Tun/Phuwadol, rather than as Puen, the big top actor. He's just able to be himself here and no one knows him as the star he was in his other world, so it's kind of like he's reverted back to being a normal person and this is what he craves. This is why I think if the dilemma comes that one of them finds their portkey, I think he will be the one that has more trouble choosing to go back, because so far it seems like he's more into Talay, obviously, and also it seems like he doesn't really like his old life and he just wants to stay here, but it's not fair to turn to be staying in his body. That's why if that dilemma comes up, I think it would be much more interesting if it is Puen that finds his portkey first, because I think he will have more of a struggle with choosing whether or not to go back. I really like it when they do that. I find that so sweet when they mouth stuff and when they were writing the nice things to each other on the back of their helmets. That was so cute. And then last episode they were writing stuff on each other's backs. I find that so endearing, like as someone who finds it hard to compliment people and say stuff like this to people. Them whispering it because they're too shy to say it out loud is just something I find really cute because it kind of hit.
พี่โดนโทรมาว่ะ
ให้ไปสมาคมตอนนี้เลยเหรอครับ
Urgent meeting?
พี่เรียกเรา2 คนมาไม่มีอะไรหรอกพอดีมีคนอยากแนะนำให้รู้จักอะ
Why does this feel like a red carpet entrance?
ทำไมกูรู้สึกคุ้นกับเขาจังวะมึงรู้สึกเหมือนกันปะ
ก็ไม่นะเว้ย
He knows her.
มีแค่กูเหรอวะที่รู้สึกว่าเขาพิเศษอะ
Don't be saying that. Is this his portkey?
แป้งเขาเป็นครูสอนโยคะ แต่ที่โลกนู้นน่ะเขาเป็นนักแสดงเหมือนกันกับทันเลย ไม่รู้เคยเจอกันปะ
Actress. Wait, should I know his name?
พี่แป้งปิยดา
Oh, that was so cool.
ใช่ เราเคยร่วมงานกันมาก่อนเหรอ
ก็ซีรีส์เรื่องนั้นไงพี่ ที่พี่ชอยเป็นผู้จัดอะ
หรือว่าจริงๆแล้วน้องคือ
พี่เราไปคุยกันตรงนู้นดีกว่า
No! Ah! When will Talay find out his name?
ไอ้ทันไม่อยากให้ผมรู้ชื่อมันอะ
ไม่ใช่ แปลกที่ไอ้ทันมันยิ้มได้เนี่ยปกตินะมันทำแต่หน้านิ่งๆถ้าทางทันกับแป้งเนี่ยน่าจะสนิทกันน่าดูเลย
Phuwadol, you shit stirrer. He smiles all the time. What do you mean?
แต่ว่าวันหลังพี่ก็แวะมาสมาคมบ่อยๆดิพี่ ผมกับทะเลเนี่ยก็แวะมาเรื่อยๆนะ
หรือว่าแกจะมาช่วยพี่สอนเอาปะ
พี่ไม่เอาอะทุกวันนี้ผมเอาแต่เขียนบทใช่ไหมมึง
อย่ามาถ่อมตัว
เอาจริง
Oh, Talay looks so jealous. I like though that Puen is, you know, trying to bring Talay into it. He's like, oh, Talay and I come here from time to time. Oh no, I'm not going with you. I like my screenwriting with Talay. It's like he's like, I'm here now. I'm not going there. I am with Talay. Talay obviously is bothered by this. Look at his face. He is jealous AF. And I think it's because, you know, she knows the Puen in the other world. Whereas I feel like this is the real Puen. The way he's acting with Talay is the real him. He's doing what he wants to do. You know, he genuinely likes him or whatever. But he's just very closed off about his old life. Whereas she knows everything about his old life. And I feel like Talay is thinking he doesn't really know much about him. and because he's so closed off about his old life, he's never going to know. But I think that the way Puen is with him is the real Puen, and the Puen that's worth seeing. I also think this is very interesting because I think they said something about your portkey could be someone you knew from your old life. You might have met before and not know, which Talay and Puen obviously did, but they don't remember. Puen obviously knew her, Pang, but he does remember, so that's odd. But this means that she could be his portkey, so that dilemma that I was just talking about could be coming up if it turns out that she is. So interesting. I don't think Puen, I'm not worried about her as being like a love interest. That I bloody hope not. She's an interesting character being brought in for drama in terms of the portkeys rather than as a conflict in their romantic relationship.
อารมณ์ดีเชียวนะมึงอะไหนๆก็ไหนๆละมึงลองใช้เวลากับพี่แป้งดูป่ะเผื่อเขาจะเป็นกุญแจนำทางมึงอะถ้าวันหนึ่งมึงเจอกุญแจนำทางแล้วอะมึงจะกลับโลกเลยป่ะ
What a question!
อยากให้กูรอ
Do you want to wait?
อยากรู้เฉยๆอะ
Ugh, the way he stares at him like that, it's like he's trying to think what to say because he knows he's hurting over this and he's trying to mince his words so that he doesn't end up making it worse like he did before. I feel like he's really trying to take Talay into consideration with everything he does now.
ไม่รู้อ่ะถ้าวันหนึ่งมึงมีโอกาสได้กลับโลกแล้วนะไม่ต้องรอกูนะ
ตอบงี้แปลว่ามึงคงไม่รอกูสินะ
Well, that conversation didn't go how I'd hoped. Oh my god. Ah! No! Oh, that was so cute. I said, oh. Okay, the conversation ended how I hoped. That mouthing thing is so cute. The way he left and then came back because he couldn't bring himself to say it, but he wanted him to know, so he did it this way. There we go, the reassurance we needed. That run.
บอกว่าอีก10 นาทีหิมะจะตกพี่
Snowing in Thailand?
มันก็ตกมาเป็นปีเป็นชาติอยู่แล้วเฮ้ยมันมีบทสวดไล่หิมะวะ
Oh, we need to get all in here with the prayers. The first fall of snow. I love snow. I want it to snow right now.
หิมะแรกในชีวิตกูเลยอะ
นี่ก็แสดงว่ากูได้เป็นคนแรกในชีวิตที่ได้ดูหิมะกับมึงไงดิ เอาหลังอะเวลามึงเห็นหิมะตกอะมึงจะได้นึกถึงกูไง
Oh, Puen with the hard hitters this episode. Just incorporate snow into the scene.
ถ่ายแม่งแบบนี้แหละเปลี่ยนบทแล้วให้พระนางวิ่งกลางหิมะไปเลยส่วนมึง2 คนอะไอ้ทันกับไอ้เทสไปยืนบล็อกกิ้งเป็นคู่พระนางให้กูหน่อยดิ
เดี๋ยว
Puen loves a bit of role play.
ตอนเนี้ยเราต้องสมมุติว่าเราเป็นแฟนกันวิ่งจูงมือเดินฝ่าดงหิมะตามมีภูมิกับเข้าใจไหมครับคุณแฟน
ต้องจริงจังอะไรขนาดนั้นนะ
He's always serious when he gets in character. You should know that by now. Oh! I love snow scenes. Snow and rain scenes are the best. Was that in the script?
ไม่ได้ถ่ายจริง ไม่ต้องอินขนาดนั้นก็ได้ปะ
He did it because he felt like it.
พวกกูอยากหอมแก้มมึงจริงหอมแก้มมึงอะมึงหน้าเหมือนเขี้ยวเลย
Yeah, he seems to have an obsession with his cheeks.
อันนี้มันคัดหรือยังพี่
บทมันจบไปตั้งนานแล้วล่ะแม่งอย่างเงี้ย
Rude. Oh. You don't stare at someone like that you don't like.
อากาศมันหนาวอะกูคอแห้งอะแค่อยากมาหาอะไรดื่มอะ
Do I smell it? Yeah, a sponsored drink.
แต่แม่งหนาวไปหน่อยวะกูไม่ค่อยชอบอากาศแบบเนี้ย
Oh my god.
กูไม่อยากให้มึงมีอะไรที่ไม่ชอบเลย ตอนเนี้ยมึงต้องมีความสุขเท่านั้นเว้ยทะเล
He is laying it on thick now.
กูไม่ชอบโดนก่อน
Oh my god, is he gonna make a slushy? That is not how snow works.
มึงทำอะไรของมึงวะ
ดีนะเว้ย ลองปะ
As if the snow just set in that cup.
เป็นไง
I could so go for a slushy right now though.
โอ้ยหนาวไปเลยหนาวไปเลยหนาวเยอะๆเลย
2 months later, how long have they been here?
แต่พอกลับมาแกเจอว่าแบบแกเสียทั้งบ้านทั้งงาน แกก็เลยเครียดแบบนี้ไง
Damn.
แล้วผมจะต้องอยู่แบบนี้อีกนานแค่ไหน
Can we please pan to what Tess and Tun are doing in their bodies? I don't trust Tess at all.
กลัวมากว่าไอเทสจะทำงานกูพังเหมือนกัน
Same.
มึงไม่กังวลเหรอวะ
ก็กังวลแหละ แต่ทำอะไรไม่ได้
You can't spend your time worrying
ทำได้อย่าง
about
เดียวก็
it.
คือเชื่อใจพวกมัน
ขอบคุณที่คอยมาส่งกูอะ
ไม่ต้องขอบคุณกูหรอก กูบอกมึงแล้วว่ามอไซค์กูอะประหยัดน้ำมันจะตายไปไหน
Wait! I've just realised. Is the motorbike an ad? They keep mentioning the fuel efficiency. And we've seen now that Talay has a white convertible car, and yet they ride the motorbike everywhere. The motorbike must be the ad. That's what the Yamaha thing is. How have I only just noticed that? Wait, he's still got the writing on his
ขับไปส่งโลกโน้น
helmet.
ได้ไหม
เชี่ย พี่กันอัตภัณฑ์ว่ะที่โลกนี้เขาเป็นดาราเหมือนกันเหรอ
Wait, that
เนี่
is
ยพี่
him,
เติร์ด
right?
เจ้าของเพจ Movie Seaver ที่วิจารณ์หนังดังๆกับมึงหรอ
Okay.
เออ
This is gonna be a whole reference.
แล้ววันนี้พี่ค่ายเขา
Hang on. Gun is Puen in The Gifted, right? He looks so... Is it? Is it him? He looks completely different. He has a full-on head of hair. Oh, what is the other ones that he's in? He's in Not Me and Theory of Love, I think. And I'm guessing this is going to be a reference to one of those shows. We're still getting references. This makes me think we're probably going to get a reference in every episode, and I love it. We've had 2 cameos this episode. I may not really know the people, but I still appreciate them. Imagine if he shit talks their film on his movie review page.
เป็นหนังเรื่องแรกที่กูปั้นมากับมือนะเว้ย
Oh!
ต้องกังวลว่าจะผ่านไปด้วยกันกับมึง
Oh my god. Talay being the one to do that. They're still holding hands. Oh! Those are the scenes I want.
ดูแล้วนะคะ ก็อยากมีความรักอีกครั้งเลยอะค่ะ
ขอโทษครับ
Oh,
รักมากเลยนะครับ ผมชอบตัวละครทุกตัวเลยอะดูมีเสน่ห์ดี แล้วทีมก็เก่งนะครับ เป็นกำลังใจให้
ขอบคุณครับ
oh, that's so nice. I love this group so much.
เฮ้ย อย่าพึ่งกูอ่านคนเดียวก่อน
เร็วดิวะไอ้ทัน
I didn't like that boom. Please be playing a prank. They're actually bad.
เหตุทุกอันอะพูดคล้ายๆกันว่ะ หนังยังไปไม่สุดอะ
No. Every movie could be better.
เป็นไง โทนน้ำเงิน
Blue.
ดูดีฟดีไหม
Match the sadness.
ทำเล่ากับพวกกูเนี่ยโคตรดีฟเลย
What? Is tanking that bad? It's a shame because this was their chance to prove it to 26 pictures after they made fun of them the first time.
เหมาลงกันแค่ 2 คนมาดูรอบสุดท้ายเลยว่ะ
Are they the only ones here?
2 คนที่ไหน
What?
คนเต็มโรงเลยแล้วนะครับ
Is this another RP?
มึงเนี่ยเบาๆหัดเกรงใจคนบ้างคนเต็มลงเลย
Oh.
เมื่อกี้กูเหยียบเท้าน้องผู้หญิงเขาอะ ขอโทษแทนแฟนผมด้วยนะครับพอดี
Oh.
มันซุ่มซ่ามอะครับพ่อมึงดิพูดเหี้ยอะไรเนี่ย
Look, in every roleplay, you're going to have to play a couple. That's just the way it is. The only ones there watching their own film. That's tragic.
ถ้าไม่มีมึง กูก็คงเขียนบทได้ไม่ดีเท่านี้
Oh.
พวกเราเก่งมากเว้ย
You are. Don't give up, guys. Rome wasn't built in a day.
กูว่าน่าจะเป็นหนังเรื่องแรก แล้วก็เรื่องสุดท้ายแหละ ที่กู
Wait,
ทำอ่ะ
what?
กูว่ากูจะเลิกเขียนบทแล้วว่ะ
What?
แม่ขายของแล้ว แม่กูตามแล้วเหมือนกัน
Don't give up on your dreams.
เมื่อไงทันลองไงต่อวะ
Tun has 1,000 jobs. He's fine.
สรุปแยกย้ายกันหมดเลยเหรอวะ
No.
คงคิดถึงพวกมึงชิบหายเลยวะ
Friend credits. No. I didn't expect this. Don't tell me they're not going to be in it
เจอกันโชค
anymore.
ดีพวกมึง
Good luck with life.
ก็ค่าเช่าคอนโดมันแพง
Live with Talay in his place.
ต้องหาคนมาช่วยหารเฮ้ยมึงสนใจย้ายมาอยู่กับกูไหม
It's going to be a cliffhanger, isn't it? To me, it makes more sense for them to move into Talay's place, though, because I bet Tess's parents pay for it. So, you know, that's basically free, and then they can live there, work on screenplays and whatever, but you know.
มึงนี่ดูมีสีสันจังวะทำให้ห้องกูดูมีชีวิตชีวาขึ้นเยอะเลย ไม่ใช่ห้องกูแล้วนี่หว่า ห้องของเรา
Oh god.
กูดูมีชีวิตชีวาขึ้นเยอะเลย ไม่ใช่ห้องกูแล้วนี่หว่า ห้องของเรา
เฮ้ยทัน นั่นรถใครวะ
อ๋อ รถเพื่อนพ่อกู
รีโนเวทรถให้เป็นสตูดิโอเลยดิป่ะ
ฮะ
ก็รถบ้านนะ
โอ้
มึง เป็นความใฝ่ฝันของกูเลยนะเว้ย
แต่กูว่ารูปนี้ขาดอะไรไปนะ
ยังไงวะ
ก็ขาดใครสักคนหนึ่งที่พร้อมเดินทางไปกับมึงทั้งชีวิตไง
Puen has the best lines, I swear. I really liked that episode. I feel like they've all been very consistent in how much I've enjoyed them, but I think I like this one slightly more above the rest. It felt like this one moved the story forward a lot more, and it focused a lot more on the general storyline and moving it forward. We had the association come back that hasn't really been mentioned too much the past few episodes, and we had the film. I'm so surprised. The film is done. I thought it would last the whole show, but it's lasted till ep 5 and it tanked. That's a very pleasant surprise. Obviously it's not nice for them, and I hate that we have seen the group disband now. Please no, bring Up and Aou back soon. But I quite like that it tanked because it adds a more realistic aspect to this otherwise unrealistic show, let's be real. As much as I love stories where, you know, they get burned once before and then they get their first big shot and they have a major success and prove everyone wrong, that's not how it always works. You know, the first film won't necessarily be good because it's all a learning curve. It's a shame because that was their big shot and they've kind of blown it, and I feel like Tess's dad perhaps won't give them another chance because he made that deal, and Tess's dad has always been quite hard on him from the looks of it. I have faith in them to keep going and, you know, bettering themselves. It's just a shame that Up and Aou felt so beaten down that they're giving up on their dream. If they have no work, they kind of need to do something to find work, but I feel like they should continue writing on the side because it's what they're passionate about, and they shouldn't give up on their dream. That's just so sad. And seeing how passionate they were, and friend credits, I want friend credits to succeed. We've also been introduced to Pang, who poses the possibility of being Puen's portkey, and I like that they brought up some stuff like to do with the portkeys and whether they would wait for each other to go back, what Tess and Tun are doing in their own bodies. They were faced with the reality that they could be messing up their lives on the other side, so what happens then when they go back and their lives could be completely shit? I feel like Puen's is worse because Talay, obviously his dream is to become a colorist, and if Tess messes that up then that's a yikes. But because Puen in the other world is a big actor, he's famous, and if Tun is reckless in his body, the whole media will know about it, and he'll be like everywhere online being shamed for his actions and whatever. So I feel like there's some major consequences that could come from him. That's why I'm happy that Tess isn't in Puen's body, because Tess, as I've said, he poses a bit of a red flag. He's a wild child, a party boy. I don't really like him from what we saw of him. So if he was in Puen's body with the actor lifestyle and everything, he would wreak so much havoc. Yeah, it just felt like there was a lot of relevant conversations this episode with the standard Puen flirting thrown in there a lot. There was so many cute scenes this episode. Standouts are when Puen came back and said he would wait, not said, mouthed that he would wait for Talay. That was just, oh, so cute. And then Talay's smile after, he wanted him to say that he would wait for him, and he was feeling insecure, you know, after seeing Pang and how well they get along and stuff, and then him saying he'll wait for him kind of was that reassurance for him that he needed. And then also the scene in the movie theatre, the first scene when they were at the movie premiere and Puen was so nervous about it and Talay held his hand. You know how much I love a hand holding scene, and Talay being the one to do it as well just means so much more, because he's the one that's always like, oh, Puen, go away, get off me, I don't like being hugged, you know, acting very shook and like he doesn't want to be affectionate with him in any way. But him giving that slight bit of reassurance to Puen, like, it's okay, I'm here, holding his hand, and then holding their hands for quite a long time throughout the film. It was just very sweet, and it shows that Talay really does care about Puen as well. Talay obviously is not very explicit with his feelings, and I feel like he hasn't really accepted them himself. But it's evident that he truly cares for him and he doesn't want to be without him, whether he recognises that he's in love with him or not. Plus, the plus side on watching this a day late is that there's one less day to wait. So I will see you guys next Saturday. If you want to watch my uncut reactions to Vice Versa, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!